Okay. Whoa. Okay, guys, this is Donnachadh Mccarthy. He's the guy who wrote the Prostitute State. Check it out. Yep. I can't exactly spell his name right now, but you can check out the Prostitute State, and it's part of the Occupy Rupert Murdoch, Occupy the Media Billionaire. So, what can you tell me about the infrastructure bill in regards to your book, The Prostitute State?
Well, what's very interesting about the fracking industry, it actually is a classic example of how the prostitute state works. First of all, you've got the corrupted political system, whereby the relatives of the Chancellor lobby the Chancellor in favour of fracking. Then the Chancellor writes to all of the government ministers, instructing them to do quadrilla, the corporation's desires and needs in each department. Okay. So a classic example of the prostitute state there. Secondly, the link between the media and the prostitute state. The fracking industry has persuaded the Daily Mail and the Sun, the corrupt, extreme right-wing billionaires, to be pro-fracking. So the Sun, for example, has actually been running a pro-fracking pseudo-campaign, pretending to be activists.
Yep.
Where they had frack man and frack woman in front of Parliament, a pseudo-petition. So the media, corrupt politicians, and corrupt funding comes together and perverts our government. And so what actually happens then is the wishes of a corporation trumps the wishes of all the millions of voters.
Okay.
So that's why this fracking issue is an absolutely classic example of the prostitute state in action. But what's different about it is this time the fracking movement has pulled it out of the shadows and revealed how corrupt our system is. And millions of people know about the fracking industry and how corrupt it's happening. The idea that the chairman of Quadrilla, the fracking corporation, is in charge of appointing directors to the government boards is a disgrace. And a lot of people also don't know that that man, Lord Brown, was appointed by Labour to be a peer, and he's appointed by the Tories and Lib Dems to be head director in the government, has appointed a new head of the civil service. They appointed a new guy called the Chief Operating Officer of the Civil Service. And the guy key to appointing him was Lord Brown, who's head of the fracking industry. Who did he appoint? He appointed a chief executive from a fracking and tar sands company from Canada to be head of our civil service. So not only have they taken over our government, they're taking over our civil service, and they also got our media. When you put all those things together, it has to have millions of people to take them on, but it can be taken on, as we're seeing today, very rarely. But right through the system is this prostitute state. Which is, as I said, and also then when you link it, all of these companies are then associated with tax havens. So there you have it. And today was amazing. In the letter from the Chancellor, we've also talked about perverted academia. The Chancellor today is talking about neutral experts talking about how good fracking is. You've got perverted academics, you've got prostituted media, you've got prostituted politicians, and you've got the tax havens all coming together in this issue. It's a classic issue of the prostitute state.
Okay, thank you so much. That sounds insane, but I don't know, it's just crazy.
It's a really good example if people want to know about it. The Prostitute State is available from theprostitutestate.co.uk.
Okay.
Please buy it. I want everybody to read it before the general election, because you need to know how our government has been corrupted if you want to vote with informed consent.
Excellent. And also they can find you. You're also part of the Occupy Rupert Murdoch. That's going to be happening in March.
Yes, if you
and then hopefully you can come down and join, and you'll find out more about the prostitute media and how Rupert Murdoch controls our media in this country. Thank you so much.
Thank you.